Hello, hello. Now there are comments in the chat, but I don't know. And I've got this is the last one I've got. Are there any after that one? Hello, Ludwig. Oh, yep. JP's come through. Oh, we might. Oh, I don't want to get too excited. I'll tell you what, I'm fucking fuming. Mate, that's been brilliant, hasn't it? They've already erased that from. It's gone. What an incredible backfire. No, Mr. Mac, I am here. We'll just let a few. I'm sure there was more than 16 people at the last one. No, I'm sort of on tenterhooks. What's it? Tenderhooks? I don't know what it is. I'm going to go for a new one. It's working though. Packer's back. That's the main thing. Greg Ocanan. Greg Ocanan. It does look like everything's working, young Snoopster. Snoopy, that was an amazing thing you did, gifting all those memberships. What a kind thing. Oh, they're coming through like nobody's business. Quadrex is on the firm. There was 88 last time. Look what YouTube does to you. I've got 30 now. Shocking. Hello, Livy. How do they find it? Maybe people don't know how to find it. Do you think that 53 people have said, "Nah, you don't know how to do it"? Hello, Brian. How are you, son? Good to see you. Yeah, well, it looks like it's working. Oh, 37. We're going up. What a lovely community. Rags called me. You might. I don't know if you could hear it or what, but it said he said they're saying in the chat you should just shut it down and start again, start a new one. And so I shut it down and started a new one, and it looks like we have liftoff. But you could hear it, could you? That's good to know. I'll tell you what, you ain't far off either. I've had to lower my weights down so much, that tendonitis. I thought, well, that's all right. Nah. When I was cleaning my teeth that night, nah. Thank you, Johnny. That's what I thought. I thought that's how people knew that you could hear it, because you thought that is Rags. Right. I'll let a few more people turn up. Where were we? I want to tell you about Cameo. There you go, Pizzle. We are. But I must admit, I am a little bit at any minute when someone doesn't write in the comments. But look at that. I've got less than half of the people I had before. And that's not good. I've just lost 6. Great. Hello, Osmeister. How are you, son? Hello, Dax. What? Are they playing now? Are Spurs losing? Spurs are in such a mess. Okay, we won't do football. We don't do football here. Fats on the firm. Thank you for correcting me there. There you go. Right. Maybe I didn't end the last stream. Maybe there's people still sitting there. I can't believe I've got half. Oh, there you go. That's what. Oh, God. Maybe I need to close that one. Maybe I didn't close it. Let me see if I have to close it. Maybe there's nothing happening there. Maybe if I go there, I can tell people in the chat that we're streaming elsewhere. That's probably a good idea, actually. I imagine that stream's still running. I didn't end it. Right, where's the first Sunday Quickie? There. Look at that. It had 200 people. Well, 200 people came. That means 120 came and then left. But there's no chat. No, that's gone. That's definitely finished. Give us a thumbs up, can you, people? I know you've done it already, but it would be nice. I think people maybe gave up. Well, all right, we'll just crack on. Hello, Mr. Comstock. Right. So Cameo. Let's get back to Cameo. So Cameo is a thing where celebrities, you can go there and you can pay them. Let me just change the filter from Cambodian to dollars. Hang on, how do I change the... Such a bad system. Right. Why isn't it in dollars, man? You're not going to be able to see how much these people want money. It's shocking. How do I change that, I wonder? Anyway, I'm just killing time. Right, look. So I'll show you Cameo. I'll show you the screen. This is going somewhere. Trust me. Right, so there's your screen on Cameo. Now, unfortunately, it's in Cambodian real, but we can sort that out. I can give you basic conversions. Let me just try and work out a basic conversion. 12 million. Hang on, give us a second. 12,000,000. Not my best stream, I must admit. I can't believe how many people we lost. That's why it pisses me off. Because people give up. They don't want it. People have got a low threshold, and that's understandable. 12 million is about $3,000. Right, so 12 mil is $3,000. So this one, Cedric the Entertainer. Oh yeah, look, Lindsay Lohan. We all know Lindsay Lohan, surely. Here's a little taster.
And I'm so excited to be on Cameo and connect with you all.
You look really excited. Let's just hear that again.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Lohan, and I'm so excited to be on Cameo and connect with you all.
Right. So basically what happens is you, I don't want to book now. You pick one of these celebrities and then you say to, you write a little message. Let's see. Oh, I want to see some people. Oh, hello. Who's Christina Milian? She's got something going on, hasn't she? But isn't it weird how they look lovely in their little avatars, but when you see them, it's just that bird who walks down the street. Alan, that does help. That is the kind of encouragement that will keep me going. Thank you, Alan. Does anyone know who any of these people are? Alan, I do appreciate that, mate. Thank you. So yeah, it is. Someone just said it's like OnlyFans for celebrities, but they don't show you it. It's not naughty, It's just like you can get someone. Like earlier, I saw Xhaka Granit. Let's see if we can find Xhaka Granit. Now, it won't mean much to most of you, but Xhaka Granit played for Arsenal for about the last 8 years, right? He's a professional footballer who was probably on about John Lindsay Lohan. She wasn't convincing, was she? I imagine Granit was probably on about 150,000 a week at Arsenal, right? That's a guess, but it would have been something like 150,000 a week, right? So here he is. Now he's charging 4 million real, which is, I'll tell you how much that is. 20 million is £2,000. That's about 100 quid. £100. Why is let's see one of Granit, shall we? Let me know if you can hear these. I might not have got the sound up.
Hey guys, Granit Xhaka here. I'm so happy to be part of this Cameo family.
You look really happy, Granit. I just want to know if you can hear that. Let me know if you can hear it. Have we got audio? Xhaka was on 30,000 a week. Are you joking? Really? Oh, you can hear it. I can't imagine that. How much was Granit Xhaka on a week at Arsenal? No, 100. Last season he was on 120,000 a week. I don't know where you got 30 grand from, unless you were just guessing, which is fair enough. So let me just, I think this is, I've got it on Cameo Business, because what you can do, trust me, this is going somewhere. See, look, it says 15-day license, and you can get them to advertise your products like influencer marketing. So I'd get him to sort of go, this is a set of lock picks, blah, blah, blah. And then you can get him to, you can put that all over your social media for 15 days. But I'm just going to get that 41 million real. Let's work out what that is. I'm sure he was about 100 quid when I looked at it earlier. 41 bosh Cambodian real is, fuck me, that's $9,000. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Bosh. And put a note on that. Let's try that. Hang on a minute. I think this is on Cameo Business. I don't want it on Cameo Business. I want it on Cameo Normal. Maybe. Right, now let's try Xhaka. Maybe he had to change it. It's so annoying that. Oh, yeah, look. So there you go. Totally different. All right, look. 493,000 real. So I've got my converter here. I'm 493,000 real, right? That is $119. So you can get a video message from Granit Xhaka, Arsenal and international football player, for 120 quid. Now, the question you've got to ask is, the geezer was getting 120 grand a year, plus bonuses, goal scoring bonuses, winning this. Not that Arsenal won anything for the last, since he's been there. Why is he doing that for 120 quid? It doesn't make any sense. Surely he, well, Ludwig, this is where we're going. Ludwig says, I'd go for the knockoff AI version. But a lot of them are like that, right? A lot of them they're like, one of them I saw earlier, she's like a Hollywood actress. I can't remember her name because I didn't know who she was. But she had I went to IMBD. She's got a big old portfolio. Look at the knockers on that bird. Leah, lovely. But yeah, but you look lovely in your avatar, but when it's just you looking like a transsexual, maybe she is a transsexual. Not that there's anything right with that, but take your time. Take your time. Yeah.
It's one of your favorite adult stars, Leah Lovely, and I am here to personally give you videos. So why don't you?
Yeah, you look like a bloke. So you get the idea with Cameo. That's it. But it's not like you've got actors, comedians. Let's just have a look so that you might actually know some of these people. Dennis Rodman, like an NBA Hall of Famer. Dennis Rodman, like, is a multi-millionaire. What the fuck? I mean, you've got to ask yourself, are they doing this? Are they doing it? They can't. Dennis Rodman ain't short of a few quid. Why is he doing it for like? He is a weirdo, Chris, but I do like an eccentric, so I'm not going to knock him for that. Who else we got that we might look at? These look under 25 quid. Let's see who's under 150. Hang on here, I'll make it full page again. Now, I am telling you all this for a reason. Mick Foley, Eric Winter, people know these people. Vincent Curtiola, yeah, I recognise him from gangster movies. Do you recognise any of these people? Didi Con, A female footballer? No one knows any of them, except for that really Rappuccino thing. Look, Rick Harrison, the bloke from the... Hang on, you can't see it, can you? Hang on, let me take that off the screen. Why hasn't it gone through? Oh, this is pissing me off, man. StreamYards is playing up tonight. Right. Apologies, people, but I am being... No, I thought that Rick Harrison fella there, he's from that show where they have a... what is it? They're like a pawnbrokers, aren't they? The pawnbroker show. I'll tell you what, Mousecat, if Lucy Pinder was on there, I would beg you all, I'd do the Pinder grift. I'd do the Pinder grift. That's it, Porn Stars. He was on that, wasn't he? I'd just have I'd get sending messages to me, which isn't the idea. The idea is to send pictures of these people, videos, you know, so let's say it's John Palmer's birthday and we get Joe Guest to send him a message going, "Hi, JP, it's lovely to speak to you and I hope you know, he'd love it, wouldn't he? He'd absolutely love it. There's a tip there, people. If Joe Guest turns up on here and looks like she did in 92, feel free. Hello, Charlie. How are you, son? Right, so you get the idea, yeah? You get the idea. Margot Robbie, how much is she charging? Look, she gets back to you in 24 hours. I'll tell you how much you can get a message from Hollywood A-lister, like multi-million. She must have millions in the bank. Margot Robbie will whore herself out to you with a message, you know, not proper whoring, unfortunately, because if she was, I would sell everything I don't own and be up that like a very smelly rat up a very sublime drain pipe. She'll do you a message for $127. Now, there's one or two things going on here. Maybe Margot Robbie's getting bosh. She's getting people like asking for messages. So if you think about it, 1 a minute, 60 minutes, 60 times that, $6,000 an hour. And if she dedicates 1 day a week, you know, maybe the Barbie film's just come out. So she might be able to make sort of like 100 grand in a day. They're only 15-second messages. They're not like, "Hello, I hope you have a happy birthday. My mate said that you like playing football. Oh, I like Man City. Who do you like?" No. It's like, "Hello, lovely to see you. Hope you have a smashing day. Bye." Done. But if she's charging $127, you've either got, she's getting hundreds, if not thousands of these a day, or these people are so fame hungry because they don't need the money unless it's substantial. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'll do a stream and pray I make 30 quid. But Margot Robbie, $127. I'll prove it to you. Look, I've got the, not that you need me to prove it to you, but I've got the converted screen up here. That didn't work as well it should have done. I've got the converted screen up here. There you go. I know you can't see it, but you will now. There, look, that was Margot Robbie's money in Cameo Reel, $526,127. Now, this is where it gets weird. And don't trust me, this has been worth it, right? I was thinking about it because someone said to me about a year ago, maybe longer, I'm going to just mute myself. I'm going to belch. You don't want to hear a belch. That tasted like something I ate about a month ago. I know exactly what meal that was and what, I don't know what that's still doing in there. Right. So you get it, right? Now, someone said to me about 2 years ago, they said, "Why don't you get on that Cameo thing?" And I said to them, I said, "I think you've misunderstood how famous I am. You know, I'll make you a video. I'll make you a 30-minute video, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Something weird happened there. Let me tell you this. Someone emailed me, right, who I thought was a scrub, and said it's my brother's birthday or something like that. And they said, if you make a little video where you just say, happy birthday, Glenn, or whatever his name was, I hope you have a good day. This is from your brother, you know, have a cracker. He said, I'll do you like an $100 super chat, £100 super chat or something. And I said, yeah, no problem. I was thinking, sweet. But also, I'll do it. And I actually done quite a funny one. I didn't just go, hello, mate, happy birthday. I thought the geezer's going to give me a one. I'll make a bit of effort and make it a bit funny. And I've done a few outtakes and, you know, never heard from that bloke again. Never heard from him again. And I sent him the video. Can you imagine him sending that to his brother going, look, you know that YouTuber you like? Look, private video. And him going, how'd you get him to do that? And he went, I lied to him and told him I'd give him 100 quid. What a cheeky bastard. Because I don't know if I respect it. Well, I don't, because it cost me money I never had. But right, anyway, let's stick to the direction of which the arrow of this story was pinged from the bow. I've got to get a page up for you. Hang on. All right, let me just maximize that. So, imagine my surprise when this email arrives in my inbox. Yep, you know where it's going. Yep, they emailed me. The people at Cameo emailed me. Incredible news incoming. You've been invited to make personalized videos for your fans on Cameo. And then they tell me how to set it all up. And I am going to do it. Hello, Mrs. Me in it. Nice to see you, darling. She is listening. She's just got to make Mouse Cat's dinner and then jam and marmalade. Now, here's the weird thing. When that come through, I will do it. I'm going to try and... No, I'm going to do it, Kajetto, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. I think they've got a minimum amount, but I thought it would be funny to have it like a quid or something. I am going to do it. Don't worry about that. I think it might be like an ironic, funny thing. But listen to this. I got that and I thought, fucking hell, man, they're lowering the bar a bit. Because last year, it was like Snoop Dogg. I remember, you know, Davey, you know, the bass player, the Italian fella, Davey. I can't think that it's got numbers after his name. He's got a YouTube channel of like 5 million or something. And he had Snoop Dogg on there once going, hey, Davey, you think you can play bass better than me? Not a chance, man. Play my riff from my song. And Davey's like, and then you realise that Snoop Dogg didn't call him out. He used Cameo, right? But when you get to Chris Dangerfield, currently streaming to 76 people, I just thought, man, they're accepting anyone. They are just any YouTuber. Now, why? Why? Because of AI. This business is fucked. This business has got about 3 months left. Because if it was your birthday, and one of your mates went to you, oh, yeah, look, watch this video. And it was some glamour model or some actor that you respected, and it was perfect. And they went, hey, John, I just wanted to say happy birthday. Hope you have a good time out with your brothers and da-da-da-da-da. Take care. And then when they said to you, whoa, is that real? And you'd lie. And you'd go, yeah. It's a website. You can go there. You throw them a few quid. That you'll be over the moon. And Cameo know that. And Cameo know that, people, there's deep fake websites where you can just knock this stuff up. You can make a video of you going, hey, happy birthday, hope you have a good one. And in about an hour, that's processing time, not actual doing it. You can make that Jordan Peterson. So that's why they've just cast their net over the whole planet. They've probably employed a load of interns. You're not going to get paid. You're not going to get paid, but we're going to select 2 of you out of the 10,000 we've hired. Just send a message to every single YouTuber, Instagrammer, TikToker, and tell them they're welcome. Because without the numbers, Cameo's going to sink. Isn't that a weird turnaround? Imagine the money they spent on that company, because they had to build the website, they had to market it. People know about Cameo, and it's dead now. That you don't need it, and that's why I reckon all these celebrities on there are down to like 100 quid, or celebrities don't know how to manage their money and they've spunked all their money. Maybe that's an option. I don't know. How strange. Right, a couple of super chats come in. Pizzle comes in. Seriously though, Chris, thanks for the help. The kind, honest words of a long way. I know what you're talking about, man. No problem. Always available, Pizzle. Always available. You know that. And I appreciate and accept your thanks. Some of us have got that. It ain't great. So no worries. Always there. Skin has dropped to 10-bit. Nice one, Skin. I blame my years of watching YouTube personalities for misnaming and mistaking some people for others, like you and Dr. Random again. Yeah, he nicked my style though. I'd been wearing a Ushanka and tinted glasses long. There's photos of me doing that in '94. But I'd see what you're saying. You're not pointing fingers. Aiden Paladin and Cecil McFly and Louis Laval. Oh, someone mentioned Louis Laval to me the other day. And Teal Deer. Remember Teal Deer? Teal Deer. He was one of those smug skeptic community, wasn't it? Teal Deer. There was that sort of 2-year window when really nerdy, boring people finally got their moment on the stage. Weird, wasn't it? I mean, I've made 2, thank you, Skin. I've made 2 videos recently about feminism and lads mags. The first one was just an excuse for loads of totty, and I say it in the video. But the second one was weird because there's a feminist U-turn. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. A, there's more totty in it, but B, she's like, I used to hate lads mags, but then I got a job working at one, and I've changed my mind. Feminism is beautiful, man. They paid me, and I was like, yeah, it'll be all right. Incredible. But she did come up with some good points, and that's why I read her article. She says, why did all these Stop the Lads Mags campaigns want only lads mags covered up? What about Cosmopolitan? What about Vogue? What about fashion models with those anorexic waif lights? Half the birds in nuts and front wouldn't get on a fashion mag because they'd be considered too fat with their 28-inch waists. So she does make some good points, but again, there is some fantastic pictures in it. But the reason I made those videos was because I just wanted that. We've just got back to the number of people that were watching the stream the first time round. The reason I made those videos was when you step back from the culture industry, we've become numb to it, but it's considered misogynist. Now, misogyny is kind of like racist. It's lost its sort of weight. It's lost its gravitas. But it means to hate women. And male sexual desire in the first instance is about appearance. You know, when a man goes into a bar and scans it, if he sees a woman that he's attracted to, which is, you know, that's such a complex millennia of genetic and selective breeding that makes him think, I'd like to have children with her, stay with her, protect the children, feed them and her. Oh, that's hateful. That's misogyny. What a fucking joke. And that we're there. You know, and I know this is no one's watching this going, oh wow, I never thought of that. But to actually realise that we didn't need to be here. This is the effect of feminism. That's what they've achieved. They've made one of the most basic things of a sexually dimorphic species verboten. No, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to look at women. Sexist. Is it? What? If I look at 10 naked men, can I look at 10 naked women? Or is that sexist against men as well? I mean, is there some kind of payoff? It's extraordinarily weird. And they covered up all those lads mags, but they didn't cover up the fucking rows upon, like the lads mags in the 90s only had there was only nuts loaded front zoo. Oh, cover them up. 5 fucking thousand Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Marie Claire, blah 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 blah. You know, and they've all got these perfect women on the covers. Yeah, but women buy them, so that's all right. So, oh, okay. What about all those fashion magazines with those stick thin? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Evil bastards. Right, a couple more super chats. Ozmeister, Bosch, Kate Smurfy. She's in the bonus bin, the bargain bin. That ain't a bonus hole. That is not a bonus hole. Ozmeister says that Kate Smurfwaite is in the under 10p section. He's referring to Cameo, of course. Good call. No, she's in the section where if you pay enough, she doesn't make a video. On her channel. She keeps that channel going. No one watches it. No, it's so weird. At the end of it, oh my God. Anyway, we don't need to waste any more time on Smurfwaite. Alan drops another Phil Saliva. 5 more. He's bought Mandom. The people who own the rights to Mandom get to monetize the content, but I don't think they do. So yeah, no problem, Alan. That's a high five and a hoit. Now, we've got a few more. Look at you people saving the day. Mousecat drops a lady. Chris, did you ever take up Jord? Invite you? That's another one. That's another one like that weird bloke who done the off for his brother's birthday. Not heard a peep. Nothing. Not heard a peep from him. Is he here? I thought Jord was that bird who used to come here that was hot as hell. But then one day that bloke Jord turned up and said, do you want to join a Telegram group of extraordinary people? Okay. Never heard of it. Nothing. I mean, I don't really know how to work Telegram. My Telegram is so fucking congested. It's just there's names and people in there. I don't know who they are. Half the time, I don't answer it when it rings. I get my Telegram rings, and it's just like Bonds party. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave that one. So the answer, Mousecat, is no. Liam's been on the firm for 30 months. Nice one, Liam. Much appreciated, Canuti. Oi, Mrs. Me in it says, here's a sherbet lemon for you. Do you know what? I told everyone last week, but Mrs. Me in it sent me a lot of sweets to go to the kids in the province. Most of them got there. Some of them got there. They got a couple of sweets. But I also told her that my friends who send them to me, send what Mrs. Me in it sends to me, that I let them have a couple of sherbet lemons. And listen to this. Mrs. Me in it sent them a packet each. Oh, how nice is that? They're over the moon. But I'll tell you what, Mrs. Me in it, They sent me over a couple out of those. No, tell a lie. I nicked a couple out of the ones for the kids because they'd already opened the bag to help themselves. I told them they could, though. I had one today. Yeah, calm as a bitch. I cut my tongue open on it because, you know, when you suck them, they turn to razor sharp glass. You know, rookie mistake with the sherbet lemon. Everyone knows as a kid. Most kids don't learn that because they go straight for the sherbet, innit? Crunch, crunch, crunch. But as a slightly more, you know, slightly vintage, you can't go crunching boiled sweets. So I sucked it all the way, steady, until it cut my tongue open. It was like a razor blade. I can still feel it on my tongue. But I know that wasn't your fault. I'm not blaming you. I'll tell you what, though, those drumstick flumps or whatever they were, you can't expect me to pass those on. I mean, some of them got there, but good Lord. I've never seen anything like them. As soon as I saw them, I felt bad. Before I even ate any, I felt bad. Anyway, I've got something else. Thank you, Mrs. Meehan, and thank you for that lovely couple of gestures you've done with those sweets. They did. A load of them got to the kids, obviously. And then sending my friends some sherbet lemons. Lovely, you know. People have such busy lives and it's all about them. And, you know, you really do. You know, when Mrs. Meehan has sent me Christmas things for like, what is it, 3 years on the bounce now? I'll tell you what, people, I open the box. It's not like, here's a cake and a card. It's a full Christmas in a box. Little glowing Christmas tree with lights, solar panel fairy lights. Remember I used them for the Christmas show? Christmas pudding, handmade, like the most delicious thing. Bottle of rum to keep it going. Some homemade coconut and cherry liqueur. There's homemade Christmas crackers. It's like, shit. I don't think I've put that much effort in ever for every person I know. There's more effort and love went into one of your boxes, steady, than my entire life of gifting. Ozmeister. Oh, no, we've done that one. Done that one. Right, we're done. Let me check entropy. Entropy is clear. Right. People. We've got 92 people. I'm going to show you something beautiful now. I've got 4 photographs. Packer, are you ready? Is Mrs. Packer ready? Is the boy about? How do we do this? We got that. Right, have a look at this. I got these sent. That's my cut tongue. Skin says that the indie Dangerfield arc is over. It's time for the Dangerfield corporate arc to commence, where I'll be picked up by Alex Jones. Can you imagine? I can't keep my head focused on one thing long enough. I think if they would just let me shout about semiotics, would be all right. But I don't think it's up your street. But I like your angle. Nice one, Pizzle. That's very kind. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming lately, people, but I've just had to work. You know, it's getting fucking difficult out there. And I can't go into the details, but I had some near misses this week. Near misses, not financial as such. I'm not. This isn't a grift. Like, it wasn't to do with lack of money, but it was financially related. But you know, the problem with being an expat is you regularly come close to being sent home for various reasons, and it can be quite a worry. You know, I was migrained off yesterday when I should have been writing all day. I don't know. I'd got a bit of writing done, but I just thought I can't do this. Anyway. Hang on. Look at Grego. He's all over Cameo. John Cleese is on there and Richard Dreyfuss. I mean, they've got to be so rich. Why are they doing it? Maybe these people don't know how to manage money in their skin. can't imagine John Cleese being short of a few quid, can you? Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't think striking's gonna help him. Actually, Kajet, yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah, but it was a little bit boring. Ironically, I would have preferred a tilde of his own videos. Skin says that was me yesterday. What was you yesterday? I'm getting lost. Does he still make content, Grego, old tilde? Hello, Matt Zucker. Good to see thee. The sadistic picker. The crossing of worlds. Amazing. Do you watch my other channel? My secret channel? Right, people, check this out. Hang on, I'm so far behind the comments. I've just skipped through loads. Have a look at this. This is Son of Packer's motor. Let me just close these Cameo tabs. They're confusing me no end. Right. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Right, entire screen. Whoa. What's going on here? Right, here we go. Here we go. That on the screen there, that is Packer's boys go-kart. Look at the go-kart. Packer bought his boy. Look at that. Jesus, man. Like that is what Formula One drivers starting. Hello, Steve. Good to see you, mate. Right, but can you see that down at the front there? Don't worry, I've got a close-up for you. Hang on. Hang on. Look at the dedication to the cause, people. Look at that. Grego said it's better than his motor. Look. Snoopy wants one. They're great fun, aren't they? They got very low clearance, though, Snoopy, unless you can get on a track. You can't ride them on grass or anything. They've got about half-inch clearance, haven't they? It's amazing, isn't it, Anglo? Scrubs Racing, look. And there's another one. It's not just that one. Hang on, look, I've got some more for you. So we just had a look at that one. Hang on. Here's a better shot. Look at that, though. Look at old Packer. Less of the oldies saying. Works hard and manages to find the money. Look at that. Imagine being his boy. You'd be over the fucking moon, wouldn't you? What, excuse my French, people, but wow. I mean, I had a little KX80 and I loved it. And it probably went about 5 times as fast as that. What's the top speed of that, Packer? Don't lie to show off. But a go-kart, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Look at him getting down there. Look at old Packer. Works his arse off all week. At the weekend, down the track. Packer, have you had a go in it yet? Don't pretend you haven't. He is amazing. You can judge a person's character by saying, if there were more people like them in the world, would the world be a better place? And if there were more people like Packer's missus, it would be a great place. Sorry, I couldn't stop myself. She's just got such a massive pair of hearts. Look at that, though. Scrubs Racing. Really nice to go for the effort of doing that. And he must have told the little, and he must have said, it's for the scrubs. And the little one was up for it. That's what's sweet about it. He weren't like, well, I imagine he weren't like, I don't want scrubs racing on my car. He was up for it. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I was really touched. Ad Mycroft, what an incredible name. It would be like not bending down to pick up 60 quid. That's gone well over my head. Maybe we were talking about something else, but you've lost me, Mr. Mycroft. Yeah, it's absolutely sterling work. I mean, these are the things that bring us together. I think it's really cool. Snoopy's gone from I want one to already working out to put road tires on it. We had one at school, and if you went off the track and onto the grass, everyone thought it would be funny to go onto the grass. Nah. Hello, Little Red. Good to see you too. Hello, Special K. Hello, King Corona. Well, I thought that was lovely. Well, how lovely to see those. Right now, next thing I want to talk about, but I've got to use my sign that Illuminatus says I should do something else with, so as to not do all this messing about. But I reckon all the messing about makes more sense. Oh man. There you go. Oh, did you hear that? I'll shut the door. Pretending I wash my hands. We good? Everyone good? Right. What? Did you hear me fart? There's a reason I'm asking you. Did you hear me fart then? This is what just happened. I went in the toilet. I didn't shut the door. It reminded me of a little story. It's a very short story. Oh, fucking tell me about it, John. I can't shift them. I've been on that bench. I've been doing those bench presses, and my tits have come out, but not the top ones. You know, like that armor plating bit. I even said to Harry, you know, Harry, TRUK. I said, Harry, how'd you get your top half of your chest to come out? I said, because my tits have come out, but not the top half. And he went, and Harry lifted his top up, and he didn't have the top half as well. He said, I think that's just roids. I thought, yeah, fuck that. But yeah, man, to get to my age, you start developing these things. Wait, but listen to this though. You heard the fart, right? There's a reason, right? Because when I went in there, isn't it weird how the penis and the bum are so connected yet so different? I went in there, I sat down and put a bit of force into the penis, and it went, not my penis. I didn't do a penis fart. I've got a story about a penis fart in a minute. Go. Don't watch if you're eating. But I farted, and then I said, oh, did you hear that? I said, I'll shut the door. And so I pulled the door shut. But then I was in like a little fart cavern. That there, why did I do it that way? That there, fucking hell, that is the guest toilet. I've got an ensuite in my bedroom, which is a bit bigger and it's got a window, but that's just a little guest toilet, right? How many guests do you reckon I've had in this house? Not including my girlfriend. I'll tell you how many. 2 in 5 years. Not because they don't want to come, but I don't want to let them. I get people try and come in all the time. Hello, mate, what are you up to? And they sort of nudge at the door as if that's how it works. And I just stay there going, yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy. See ya. Anyway, listen. When I locked myself in my own fart cavern, then it reminded me. Listen to this. I used to live on Rupert Street, and it looks down over all the clip artists and a couple of clip joints. And I fucked about five or six girls who worked at the clip joints, because what they'd do, the strippers, they'd come out with their like coats on, but underneath they'd just have all their lingerie and they'd have a snout or whatever. But in the summer, they'd let their coats fall open. So I'd just be at my bedroom window. Well, it was a studio. I wasn't in my bedroom looking at women out the window. And I'd see them and think, fucking hell, she's hot. There was this one she was tired. And I'd just think, oh, I'll have sex with her soon. And I'd just sort of work it, and I knew how to work it. And they're of a particular type of woman. So, you know, you work it out. The hardest one to pull was Cassandra. She's the one who I killed, but brought her back to life. But she loved it. Then the legs fell off. I loved Cassandra. You know what? I said to her once, I said, should we move to Spain? Like, Sexy Beast, me and you, just because she reminded me a little bit of that. What's that actress's name? Not Amanda Holden. I couldn't put up with her for long. I could put up with her for a bed's worth, but not a life's worth. What's that salt in Sexy Beast? Quite a big woman. Cassandra had the biggest boobs I've ever actually touched. They were as big as my head, both of them. I've got a photo of her when they busted those clip joints. She's coming out like, oh, she got her hand like the old, no, don't take photos of me. It was on the front of the Evening Standard. Soho clip joints busted. Oh, I won't show it to you because she'll go fucking mad. But I honestly thought about settling down with her. Her canangas, she liked it rough, man. I'm not into that. I think I've written one. I think I wrote a story about it. I think it's on my Substack. Yeah, I'm a writer, don't you know? There's a link in the description. Top link, Substack. It's free. Go and have a look. Go and sign up. Subscribe, please. I've got a new story actually about someone's nan dying coming up. I'm halfway through it, but because of the novel. Anyway, beautiful woman, but she took a while. But anyway, there was this one bird, and I finally got her to come round my house after work, and I was like, sweet. I've absolutely, yeah. I mean, I like to fuck about a little bit and experiment, but when I've had a few girls, I'm a bit like a magnet to those types who want me to sort of really hurt them, and I don't like hurting women. I like pleasure in them, but then it's complicated, isn't it? Because, you know, if that's their pleasure. That girl I'm talking about, I wish I hadn't said her name now, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to join the dots. She said to me, she said, no man hurts me like you do. I was, oh, well, you know, think nothing of it. I broke a horsewhip on her, fucking horsewhip, not a sexy toy one either. We got a proper horsewhip, and she used to come up in these massive welts and then send me photos of them. She'd be going, are you wanking over those photos? I'd be like, yeah. When in truth, I was going, fucking hell, man, you might want to go and see a doctor. They might get infected. Funny old game, sex, innit? I remember when I first went to art school, and that was when my sort of sexual evolution took off because, well, I was, you know, at art school, more than half of the blokes, you know, bat for the other team. And out of all the ones that are left, half of them can't talk to women, the other half are scared of them, and then it was just me and a couple of mates left over, so we fucked everyone. And I was shocked. Give me a 1 in the chat, people. Good call, Special K. Vart School is excellent. I know there's a couple of super chats gone up. I'll deal with them in a minute. Oh man, I've gone so far. I wanted to get back to the fart cavern. Right, Cassandra. Oh yeah, I was so shocked by the amount of women that wanted to play daddy games. You know, they were the same age as me. We were at the same art school, and it was like every single time they were going, "Oh, daddy," and I was like, "Oh, do I look that old? I'm only 19." It blew my mind, and still to this day, the amount of women love that. Not all, obviously, but without a doubt, 1 in the chat, men. If you've had a lot of sex in your life, 1 in the chat. If you've come across a surprising amount of women who want to do that daddy play or whatever you'd call it. I don't know. And I don't find that very, very attractive. I'm like, yeah. Because if you're playing that, what's my role in this? Incest stroke paedophilia. Not really my cup of tea. Anyway, so there was this one bird and she was taking a bit of time, one of these strippers. And I finally got her around my house. One day I said to her, when I used to walk past her, and I'd time it all right, knowing when she'd be standing outside on her dinner break or whatever. And there she was smoking and drunk at midday. They were kind of damaged. Not Cassie though. She was absolutely on her game. She wasn't a stripper. She worked the door. I said to her, so you're going to come around mine after work then? She went, I might do. I said, all right, tonight will be a good night, actually. And anyway, about 1:30 in the middle of the night, knock, knock, knock. And I thought, what the fuck's that? I'm terrified and paranoid, you know, got my brass knuckles on. Hello? And it was this wee little bird with all her stripper gear on, which was fucking great. When she got in, she started taking her shoes off. Went, no. You're about to lose about 50% of what's attracted me to you. It's your choice, but you know. And then as we started talking, I realised that she was mental, like psychotic mental. And she said, so what sort of stuff do you like then? And I was going, I just like fucking and that, you know, I like having sex with women. And she was like, do you like spitting? And as soon as she said, do you like spitting? I was like, not really a spit. I don't see myself as a spitter. And she went, do you like being spat on? I was like, no, I sort of was I don't like it either way. And then the conversation, it was all a little bit, and I thought, I don't want to have sex with this girl. She's damaged, and I'm going to end up getting her or getting something, or she is. This isn't good. And I didn't fancy her anymore. She was, you know, I felt like saying to her, stop working there, love. Go and get some psychiatric help, because if you carry on down this road, you know, she was pissed every day. And then she, listen to this, right? If you've got children in the room, probably block their ears. It's not, I'm not going to curse, but it's pretty unpleasant. Then she said to me, when it was like a pregnant pause in the really unpleasant conversation that I didn't want to have, she went, can I fart in your mouth? Right, listen, I know on its own that's not, well, it's quite weird, but it's nothing major. But she went, can I fart in your mouth? And I went, no. And then she went, can I wank you off? And I went, well, wouldn't it have been made more sense to ask those questions the other way round? Because if she'd have said, can I wank you off? I'd have probably said, yeah, go on, let's give it a go. But when you start with, can I fart in your mouth? I mean, now I know she wants to, that's going to be scary sex, isn't it? Because whatever happens, if she starts making maneuvers, I'm going to be thinking, hang on a minute, where's that anus going? Fucking hell. Or go down on me. Well, I would have done, but, you know, I know you've got your weapon of choice down there, and I don't want to be anywhere. She didn't last long. Didn't last long at that job either. I'm just having a look in the chat about the old daddy stuff. There you go. Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't convincing as a daddy. I was just a drunk acid casualty, which, you know, unless your father was an alcoholic acid casualty, you happen to be the same age as you, I wasn't really pulling it off, to be honest with you. Snoopy, that's fair enough, though, Snoopy. Look, I'm not judging anyone. Snoopy says, I've always loved small, violent women. I can see the attraction, but I'm not into it. I can understand it though. But fuck me, some of the things women have tried to pull on me halfway through sex. And you just have to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's stop that there. There you go. That's it, Vincent. Nice one. Yeah, she had a bit of her about her. Beautiful woman, though, Cassidy. I still talk to her, and I'm glad I still talk to her. But I really did consider saying to her one day, I actually told her as well. I said, I've been fantasizing about me and you moving off to Spain, a la Sexy Beast. And if you haven't seen that movie, Sexy Beast, I wasn't thinking about moving out there and getting into that sort of trouble. But because she looked like that, Amanda Redman, I just thought get a nice little villa somewhere, swimming pool, make a load of money somehow and retire. I'll tell you what, she's had a baby recently as well, bless her. I'm so happy for her. Did you see me gulp that it wasn't mine then? I'm so happy for her. But I am. There you go. Grego has nailed the window. I've got to stop soon. I think I'm about to stream cut Young Rags. I said I was only going to do an hour. Oh, I've only done an hour. No, I didn't pull it off. Ugly Truth had a few. Larry of the Void. Hello, Larry. It's shocking. I'm still not an actual dad. No, likewise. I mean, my missus is half my age, but she's not interested in it. My missus has got an English fetish. She got me to, I was telling a mate earlier, actually, she got me to wax my moustache and do the old twizzles and get a pipe. And then she likes me with a cravat on, a shirt, braces, polished shoes. And she doesn't want me to get undressed. She just likes me to flop it out of the fly and give her a once over. Now, in fairness, the things I get her to dress up in, you know, I couldn't say no because they're just my normal clothes. The only difference was the wax in the moustache. Is that a quote from something, Ludwig? I don't know what that is. It feels like it's a quote. As long as one doesn't frighten the horses. John, that is so specific. Right, let's go there, people. Weirdest things, one night stands, because it's usually one night stands, or failed relationships. Weirdest things sexual partners have said to you. Because that Manny Moo is going to probably win. One time, a lady wanted to call me Victor. That is, I mean, it's either as obvious as it sounds that she had an ex called Victor and she wanted to pretend you were him, but that would be so unconvincing because a name does not make a man, does it? That's really weird. What did you do, John? Go, yeah, call me what you like. I tell you what, Mousecat, she was something else. One of the finest women I ever met. A lovely bird. She used to turn up after work. She'd get a bottle of vodka out of her bag. I asked her once, I said, when you come round tonight, put fake eyelashes on the top and on the bottom. And she was like, yeah, but you won't be able to see. I said, I don't care. And she turned up and she'd done it. Her tits were fucking mad, like the size of my head, really. And they weren't flopping down around her knees. They were like, boom, real ones too. And she'd get this bottle of vodka out of her bag, dog, 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 which I find very sexy, actually. Dog, 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 dog. And she'd all be made up because she worked the door at a clip joint. She was the sexy bird that got the punters in, who ended up downstairs paying fucking £100 for one drink and the escort service, who was like a 70-year-old bird in her underwear. And she had to put up with so much shit because she'd be like, hi guys, and they go, you know, a lot of Indian men, in fairness, and they go, well, what is it? And she goes, it's a bar. We've got sexy ladies, we've got Russians, we've got, and they go, oh yeah. She goes, it's only £5 on the door, but you can buy drinks down there. So they'd all give her a £5, and then when I don't know if any of you have been to a clip joint. That's the gag. That's the blag. There's a red hot bird on the door. When you get down there, it stinks of piss. It's like the tables are milk crates with a bit of wood on them. And then a really ugly woman in her 50s, 60s, not joking, with like lingerie on and half a litre of fucking foundation. She'll come and sit next to you and she'll nerve you. She'll nerve you into buying her a drink. But by law, because it says above the door and on the menu, the drinks menu, when you buy the girl a drink, you are now using escort services. And the escort services happen to be £100 for 30 minutes. So when you're sitting there thinking, fuck this, let's get out of here. And you can see the Polish security guards, like 7 foot tall, 5 foot wide. You just hang it out. And then when you go to the bar to pay, you and your mate, it's like, that's 220 quid, please. And when you go, fuck off, we've had 2 cans. And they all got nicked because all the booze is watered down. It's just next to no alcohol in it because they don't want people getting angry, because everyone does get angry because they've been conned. I used to see those bodyguards. I used to see those, the bouncers march people out of those places to the ATM on Rupert Street. I haven't got 200 quid on me. Well, you better come with me then. We'll take you to ATM. You not got money? I'll take your finger off. Well, they suddenly found the money then. So Cass's job all day, every day, was to lure blokes in with a massive cleavage and beauty, and then they'd go down there, get ripped off, and they'd come out and she'd get an earful. You fucking bitch, you. And she'd be like, I'm glad you had a nice time. Come back next time. I couldn't do it. I don't know how she could do that job, man. I mean, it was good money, but nah. Nice one, Steve. Good to see you. Look at Grego actually asking for advice. What happens to all the damaged women who go to art school after art school? There must be loads. I'll tell you where they are. Narcotics Anonymous. Steve Clapworthy says this: I dated 3 women on the bounce who, unbeknownst to me, until I'd been with them for about a month, told me that their father had recently died. There you go. And you are the common denominator, that you are. You know, that women are attracted to a certain personality type, as are men. You know, I've said this line so many times on this stream, but because 2 different therapists told me, 2 therapists in different rehab centers, 3 years apart, words to the effect of, if you went in a room of 30 women, within 5 minutes, you'd be chatting up the one that's going to do you the most damage. And they were right. And as I always say, there is one common denominator there. Them all being mental. No, awful. What a chat-up line. Do you like being spat on? Can I fart in your mouth? No and no. Yeah, but Snoopy, in England, spanked is a sexual thing. If a woman says she likes being spanked, whereas I imagine you mean like a clump or a clout. Hitting them, essentially. Imagine. Just terrible. I'm only joking, Susan. Code theory. One ex-girlfriend always complained I didn't make enough noise during sex. Not my style. One day we were fucking and she said, moan. Oh, it's a joke. I replied, where's my fucking dinner? No, joke. I'm on them, Steve. I'm on them. No worries. We'll do them right now, actually, because I've got to wrap up because Rags is streaming. Right, where we going? Anglo-Saxon. Hope it helps. It really does. It really does. I'm not death grifting, but the girlfriend's mother's sister died. And my missus, I pay for her to live because she used to pay for her whole family to live when she was a working girl. And so when something like a funeral comes up, and a Cambodian funeral is a 5-day affair, 40-odd extended family, all the monks, all the food, all the other shit. And unless I pay for it, my missus has to go to work. And so it's absolutely skint me. And then I was told I had an unpaid corporation tax bill, and I am fucked. That's why I haven't been streaming. I've been working my arse off. So trust me, Anglo, it really does. Hope it helps. Maybe get Packer Jr. going to be a Formula One champ. Well, they start with go-karts, don't they? That's part of it. You get good at karting, and then it's something like Formula Ford or something. That is actually the progression. Most Formula One drivers started in go-karts. Imagine that. Imagine we're all sitting here, 25 years time, me dead. and young Packer, we're all watching Formula One live. And then come around the corner, there's Packers won the Formula One champion for 2050. It's Packers won. It's Scrubs Racing. That would be lovely. That's what Packer's waiting for. That's an investment, that car. He hasn't bought in that for play. You get good at it. Where's the Varts gone? You missed my super chat. Really respect for Packer. Now, what I do now is, because I've learned how to star them, I do them in blocks rather than interrupt the already interrupted flow. But why don't we get Varts anymore? I don't know, because they stopped doing it on Entropy. Entropy's totally changed. It looks different and it sounds different. It's not an option anymore. But I have miraculously, like a puppet master, I've actually got Gage, that's Gage, from StreamYard, talking to Emmanuel, that's Emmanuel, from Entropy, about getting it so that I can put, well, not just me, everyone who uses StreamYard, Entropy messages on the screen. I've actually put them together. I feel like I'm a fixer, Nice one, Anglo. Al Mac, Lady Godiva, a bird insisted that I tapped her up against a full-size Dalek. It's wicked, though, isn't it? It's not so exciting when you're older because you've had all the madness. But when you're sort of, in your late teens and early 20s, you suddenly realise how fucking bizarre, traumatic, and frankly surreal sex can get. I mean, I remember having sex with a girl once. Standard missionary, few drinks, took her back to my house, snogging, a bit of going, laid her down, she itched her skirt up. She was like, come on, then let's get on with it. I was like, yeah, pants down, all ready, probably a little bit bigger than that, but And then I've gone to put it in and she's just shut her legs. And she's going, come on, let's do it. And I was going, I'm fucking trying. But she shut her legs. And so I'm trying to, get my knees in between her legs. And then I've put my feet in, you know what I mean? Like the jiu-jitsu people, I've tried to get my hooks in to prise her legs apart. And then I'm thinking, hang on, am I raping her? I'm not sure, is this rape? But above the fanny, she was into it. She was like, yeah, fuck me hard, man. Go on, take me. But from the fanny down, she was not having it. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking maybe she thinks she's got like a bucket down there, and then she's got her legs together. It's not going to touch the side. So then I've tried to sort of needle it in, but it ain't at that angle, is it? It's down here. So what? I turned her over in the end, and there was not much you could do about that. But that sounds terrible. But she enjoyed herself. Well, I thought she did. I met her about a year later in a party. I said, I know you. And she went, well, that fucking surprises me. I went, eh? I went, why? She said, well, all we done that night was you told me what to do. I said, no, it wasn't. And it really wasn't. I said, are you sure you got the right bloke? We had a really nice time until you didn't want to have sex. And she went, no, you just told me to do this and do that. Oh, no, you've made that up in your mind. Nice one, Hans. Interplanetary. Oh, I don't know what to say about that. All I know is everyone's talking about aliens at the moment. I don't think it's got anything to do with the 2024 election at all. I definitely don't think they're trying to distract the American public by revealing aliens at all. But I don't really know. Have you had interplanetary sex hands? Is that what you're saying? Nice one, Little Red. It certainly is as well. Much appreciated. Packer here. Oh, we've got it from the horse's mouth. Oh, I thought he was going to talk about the old car. Make sure the little one's not listening, Packer, when I read this out. Ah, that's gross. You can read that out yourselves, people. I can't bring myself to say that. I mean, one of those is acceptable and almost encouraged, but not the bonus hole. No, that's asking someone to eat poo, and that ain't on. That ain't on. Good lord, that's put me off. Not my dinner, but eating forever. Right, people. I was going to show you something about. Have I got time? I have, but right. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you the short version of this. Right. Damn, where's it gone? Oh no! How much of a short version can I give you? Hang on. This is worth a little listen. We can end with some high art, which this stream certainly hasn't been. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. I've got it. Right, so here's the story. I'm going to show you something. This is from the Jewish Learning Institute, Susan, all right? So a few of you might know of an author called James Frey. James Frey wrote a book called A Million Little Pieces, and it was essentially the story of a long-time drug addict who goes to rehab, and it's the story of his rehab, right? Now, it's a book, right? It's a book. So when people ask me about my novel, they say, is it true? I go, it's a true story. They go, what do you mean? I go, well, think about it. It's a true story. So it kind of, literary fiction intentionally blurs the lines. It's such a dumb thing to ask someone. Is it true? Well, it's, if you're a writer, things you've experienced go into your writing. Even if you're writing science fiction, they do. So it's a really weird thing. Now, James Frey, who wrote A Million Little Pieces, Oprah Winfrey had him on a show, and she talked about him, and it was book of the week, and she loved it, and she was like, oh, this really tells a story, blah, blah, blah. And then it turned out that some of the stuff in the book was embellished, right? And that witch, Oprah Winfrey, got him back on the show under false pretenses. She said to him, yeah, come back on. And when he sat down and thinking he was going to talk about the book and, how well it's been, she went, why did you lie to me about your book? And imagine being put on the spot on one of the most watched TV shows ever, trying to explain to a numbnut like Oprah Winfrey the nuances and subtleties about fact, fiction, truth, and storytelling. So it put him into a bit of a weird situation. I'm going to show you two videos. This one's 2.5 minutes long. This has got a couple of clips from Oprah in it. And there's a weird bit where he says, I lied to you, but he didn't. He didn't. The reason he says that is because he knows there's no point getting into an argument about writing. It's just pointless. He just wanted out of there. But watch this clip, because then I'm going to show you something after it that's beautiful, and it'll end the stream wonderfully because it's a really good message for life. So watch this first. This is from the Jewish Teaching Institute, but this tells that little story about James Frey. Sorry, I fucked it up. If someone could let me know that you can hear it, Otherwise, there'll be 2.5 minutes silence. Right, I'm going to mute myself and just play the whole thing.
No way to stop it. Just close your eyes and let it ride. It comes, and I recoil from the stench and the pain.
In September 2005, James Frye's harrowing memoir about addiction, A Million Little Pieces, was chosen by Oprah Winfrey as her newest book club selection. Thanks to the book club publicity, Frye and his memoir were catapulted to international fame. A Million Little Pieces topped the New York Times bestseller list for 15 straight weeks.
Right, New York bestseller list is a lie. All bestseller lists are a lie. The New York bestseller list is a curated list. There have been books on the New York bestseller list that have sold less than 30 copies. It's who you know, and that's it. Don't worry about all that bullshit. But A Million Little Pieces is a cracking read. Trust me, it's a cracking read. Anyway, continue.
Frye was hailed as a hero for his brutally honest and painfully truthful confessional about life as an addict. Very quickly, however, Frye's story shattered into a million little pieces.
I don't know what is true, and I don't know what isn't. So,
right, that's when she got him on. Didn't tell him she was going to rip him to pieces. He thought he was just going to go on there and talk about how well the book's going, and she sat him down and absolutely done him up like a bitch. Awful thing to do. At least if she'd have told him, I want to talk to you about some potential embellishments, he'd have probably said, yeah, no dramas. But she proper skinned him.
so first of all, I wanted to start with the smoking gun report, titled "The Man Who Conned Oprah," and I want to know where they right.
I think most of what they wrote was pretty accurate. Absolutely.
It is difficult.
That's that's the right answer. Yeah. What they wrote was accurate. I made some stuff up. What, in a novel? Whoa! I thought it was a word by word report of exactly what happened. Stupid idiot.
For me to talk to you because I really feel duped.
I came here and I have been honest with you. I have, essentially
More of
Did you notice she put that word? She said that then to lying.
Frye's supposedly true story was found to be inaccurate. The public was outraged at having been misled. Yet, recent psychological studies have suggested that the average person lies multiple times a day, despite truth and honesty being two of the most universally.
Well, we don't need to watch the rest of that because it just gets a bit. I'll get back to that, Osmeister. But my novel's a true story. Did everything in that book happen as it's presented? No, because I'm writing a novel, and I want to tell a story as best I can, and that might like they called him out. There's a bit in the book where he says he had dental surgery without anaesthetic, and they found his dentist, and the dentist said, "No, I wouldn't perform dental surgery without anaesthetic," and they were like, "Your book's all lies." It's just like, oh God! Well, the whole thing it's rubbish. Then hang on, did Oprah? Did you put it as your book of the week for like 10 weeks? What? And now it's rubbish because he embellished a few things. Has it changed? It's a nonsense. And James Frey got kicked out of the publishing community, not because they care. The publishing community is an industry. It's about making money. That's all they care about, making money. But they've done it. It's a virtue signal. We can't have this. Us writers, and he's had to self-publish since then and done very well out of it. But check this out. This is a video of James Frey. This is one of those big think videos. It's only 3 minutes, but bear with me. This is about 15 years after that Oprah incident. And the point he makes, not necessarily about writing, which obviously I find interesting. I'm a writer. Top link in the description. Go and check out some of my short stories. They're free. But listen to what James Frey says, because it's good end of the stream, actually, because it's been a very honest stream, actually. Have a look at this. Here we go. Let me know you can hear it, please, someone. It's 3 minutes. I'm going to play the whole thing unless I get yeeted. If I do get yeeted, I'll be back in 3 minutes. Because hello, Bill.
The truth will set me free. I don't care much about truth, or I don't care about the definition of truth that most people live by. I don't think truth and fact are the same thing. I think truth is an incredibly subjective, individual thing. The first time I started writing A Million Little Pieces, I'd been searching for a voice for years and years and years. And one day I sat down and I started writing that book, and I wrote the first sentence, and it felt right. It felt more right than anything I had ever written. And so I kept going. And over the course of a couple of days, I wrote probably the first 15 or 20 pages of it. And I had never worked that fast before. I was kind of stunned by it. At the end of it, I looked at those pages and I was like, I did it. This is how I've always been trying to write. This is the voice I've always been trying to find. That book coming out and the controversies related to it were obviously a big moment for me, but probably not in the ways people might think. You know, I didn't write that book as a memoir. I've never thought of it as a memoir. We didn't submit it to publishers as memoirs, even though it was published as one. When the controversy blew up, and
that's really important. It wasn't submitted as a memoir. And I know writers who've had that happen to them as well. They'll sell it as a memoir because it will sell more copies. But he did not submit it as a memoir, and he's got the receipts as well.
You know, I was sort of written off by the publishing business and by the literary community. Instead of being upset about it, I was kind of excited. I was like, you know, I had to work within your system. I wrote a book that wasn't what it was published as. I always knew I wasn't born to work in that system, and I won't ever do it again. You know, from that point forward, I was free. I got kicked out of a club I didn't want to be a part of, and it was awesome. Since then, I've literally done what I want. I call it what I want. I don't say I write fact or fiction. I don't write novels or memoirs or, you know, narrative nonfiction. I just write books. I tell stories. The expectations and rules and conventions of the literary community or the publishing community or society in general mean absolutely nothing to me. What means something to me is telling a story in the way I think is the right way to do it. And if I need to use factual elements or fictional elements or things that live in the gray area between, if I have to use grammar of my own invention, if I have to lay the pages out, even at this point in my career, I publish my books how I want. You know, I don't publish through conventional publishers anymore. I publish through an art gallery. I publish my books online myself. The Million Little Pieces controversy really freed me to be as radical as I want, to break every rule I want, and to not have to care what other people thought. It was great.
It's amazing. It's such a good point. Not only does that mean a lot to me as a person, my friend Trevor Locke got stitched up by a very well-known comedian, and it was heavy duty stuff. It involved rape and things, and he's one of the best comedians in the world, and I mean that. He is my favorite comedian, and he's doing something as a stand-up that no one else is doing. It's all audience work, not audience work in him standing on stage going, "Hello, love, is that your boyfriend?" Oh, he hesitated. He's not sure. You on a date? Oh, no, not like, it's almost impossible to explain unless you go to one of his gigs. He's on at Edinburgh at the moment if you're going to the Fringe. And I said to him a few years back, I said, you must be proper pissed about all that. You know, you would have been up there with like Chris Rock, Louis C.K., Stanhope. You know, you're that quality of comic. And he said to me, no. He said it was obviously very difficult at the time. All the charges were dropped. But the girl that got him charged rung him up a few weeks after the charges were dropped and asked him if he'd do an interview with her for the Sun newspaper. Yeah, that's the sort of thing you'll do with someone who just weird. And he said, what? And he said much what James Frey just said. He said, what it has actually done is allowed me to develop something that's nothing to do with stand-up. I don't have to play by the rules. I don't have to do this. I do something now that I never would have done if I'd have stayed in that game, if I'd have stayed in that industry. And just like James Frey then, I love that stoic, and that is a real stoic approach to life. Something happens on the surface, the sort of insignificant, superficial surface seems bad, seems like it's fucked everything. But if you look at the same thing from another angle, it's freed you. It's freed you and allowed you to follow something without the constraints of an industry that doesn't care about you anyway. And I love that James Frey story, that, you know, it freed him. The truth freed him. And you can see your life. You can see your lives like that. You know, it's easy to see things that have gone wrong and think, oh, I went wrong here. But actually, if you look back at some of those things, you'll often find that they sent you on a path that you wouldn't have gone on otherwise. And there's things on that path that have been the best things in your life. And that's why I never regret things. I mean, I've got a life that a lot of people would consider regrettable. You know, I've wasted a lot of time. I've done some fucking stupid things. I've probably done a lot of damage to my body. We'll find out when I drop dead in 2 years or something. But, you know, we live in a society where it's very easy to look at something according to the criteria that the sort of cultural peer group sneers upon. And, you know, and then you start judging yourself by their opinions, when actually you should think, well, hang on a minute, what do I actually think about this? How has this actually changed my life? Because frequently it's for the better. And Osmeister said that South Park took the piss out of that Oprah interview. What, they took the piss out of Oprah digging out James Frey? That sounds amazing. I'll have to look for it. Not now, because I don't want to step on Rags' feet. But I'll tell you what, if you haven't read A Million Little Pieces, because I've read it and I know enough about drug addiction to know that he knows about drug addiction. So he knows enough about drug addiction to be able to tell a story about it. And it's excellent. It's excellent. Another cracking book in that genre, well worth reading, is Permanent Midnight by Jerry Stahl. And Permanent Midnight, the bloke who wrote Permanent Midnight, Jerry Stahl, he also wrote a book called Perv. It's called Perv, and the subheading is A Love Story. It's a great book that I won't ruin it for you, but oh man, maybe we should watch that version. Alan, I might give you a slight hang on. I wonder if I can get away with that. Nah, Alan knows what he wanted. I won't use now. I just saw something I've never seen before, a full-length Mandom advert. But we'll stick with the classic. I want to thank everyone who donated. The reason I haven't been streaming is because I've had to do things that make a few quid. And thank God to everyone who donated, because that has made me feel so much better, and I will stream more. It's as simple as that. It's just a fact of life that time means money, and at the moment I'm brassic. So thank those people. I want to thank Rags for the help he gave me all the time looking after the place, and the boy Cray. Most of all, I want to thank all the people over there who come back, who engage. Without the engagement, there's no community. I'm just going to check Entropy because Blogs is in, and he does like occasionally to go there, but he didn't today. No dramas. people, apologies about not streaming so much. I've just explained why, but I will do when I can. This channel's going nowhere. I did make a couple of videos. If you haven't seen them, go and watch the 2 Lads Mags videos, but make sure you watch the first one first. There is, this is a trigger warning, there is a lot of semi-naked glamour model images and videos in both of them. So, you know, if that's not your thing, I wouldn't watch them. Did I see Glass in the chat? Speaking about, did I see Glass? Hello, Mr. MF. How are you, son? Let me just check if I saw young Emma Glass. Hello, Arklow. Oh, I thought I did. Must be hallucinating. Oh, Mousecat's coming. Chris, you didn't finish the last bit about the book. Rags isn't on for an hour yet. The last bit about the book. Ah, Miss Glass. Me and Emma have got a secret. Hello, Emma. I can't remember what. No, it was my I nearly said unconscious. See what I'm giving the game away. Giving the game away. I can't remember what it was, Mousecat. I can't remember what it was. It's nearly there. That's the main thing. It's nearly there. Anyway, this is dedicated to Alan and all those OG scrubs. Look after yourselves, people. Thanks for coming back to the second one. I'm going to delete that first one because it was. No, I won't. I'll leave it up. Why not? This is our anthem, which isn't something that a lot of streams have. Look after yourselves, people. I will be putting your messages on the screen, by which I mean there's time to donate. Ta-da! Bill Blogs dropped a $5 into Entropy about 2 minutes ago, and he said, "Is it about to start?" Bless you, Bill. Good to see you. Hello, dog-faced pony soldier. Let's go. Let me know you can hear it.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. The joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
Oh yeah, the AI one.
There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in mankind. All the world loves the lovers, all the girls. In every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. Dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in mankind.
Thank you very much. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for the gift of starting the stream again. I didn't think of that one, did I? But it turned out nice. I'm going to ask this fella to do a little key change. And I dedicate this to all of you. Okay? Ta-ta.
All the world loves a lover. all the girls in every land, a man to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
Just for the hardcore who hang around at the end here. Who was that? Oh, look what I've got racked up on what came on next. Listen, you probably hear a bit of it. Yeah. Yeah, boy. You can come to my house. Yeah, I can't see you in that state. Yeah, good. That's why I stopped singing. No worries, man. No one ever has to apologize for not donating. That's not how it works around here. If you can and you want to, it's really appreciated. If you can't, you're just as welcome as everyone else. Do you remember that weird channel that they don't do it anymore? They kept talking about wardens and wards. They were going to set up wards. And then I remember once she said, oh, I'm going to use that Mandom song as our outro song. And I was like, I don't know if that's how it works, is it? I mean, you can, obviously, but it's a bit weird. I think they just stopped doing it once. I don't think they managed to get any wards together. I went on that channel once as a guest. They seemed nice enough people, but the wards was a weird angle. Can anyone remember what they were called? What was the show called? Well, I'm muted. I'm not. It doesn't say here I'm muted. Oh, no, you can hear that. Hang on. Some people can hear me. Hoyt, Alan? That's it, John. That's it. Oh, Rag says they're still going. Cheers. Oh, Vincent, you did. Oh, just after that, though. Thank you, man. That's it. They're still going, are they? John, I'm not taking the piss, but they still talking about wards and things? I mean, it was nice being a guest on there, but I just thought that was a bit weird. You know, it was, you know, we were all buying Mandom aftershave and I had the graphic and it was like a theme. Very strange. Anyway, right, I've got to go. I've got a headache. Take care, people. Look after yourselves. Hoyt. I've just got an itch. Just got a little itch there on my bicep. It's just itching. I've just got to do that to it.